Living out the Christian faith, parents, in a fallen world requires courage. Because the faith that we want to hand off to our children will often put them in the minority. Several years ago, a psychologist did a test on teenagers. This psychologist wanted to assess the impact peer pressure had on teenagers. And the study was quite simple. They took 10 teenagers into a room, 10 teenagers at a time, and at the front of the room there were 3 lines drawn. And each line was of different length. And one by one, the person leading the study would point to one of the lines. And the teenagers in the study were simply asked, raise your hand when they point to the longest line. Well, what one teenager in the group didn't know was that the other 9 teenagers were part of the study. And those other 9 teenagers were instructed, you raise your hand when they point to the shortest line, not the longest line. So it was the lone teenager who was being tested. Would they go along with the crowd, or would they raise their hand all by themselves for what they knew was true? Here's what the study found. 75% of the time, 75% of the time, the teenagers chose to go along with the crowd rather than standing alone for what they knew was true. Let me ask you a question. Parents, when those times come after your children have flown your nest, will they have the courage to buck the majority opinion when it doesn't line up with what's true? Parents, they learned that from you. Now is not the time for Christian parents to bend to what's popular or culturally acceptable if it's not true. We raise our hand for the longest line, regardless of who votes otherwise.